This week in class, we're learning about nonfiction text structures. As opposed to fiction, which is a story that's just written for your entertainment, where you pay attention to the characters and the plot and the setting and the rest of those story elements. When you're reading nonfiction, you approach that text in a different way. Nonfiction generally is going to have one main topic that can be broken down into separate section topics. Sometimes we call this the big idea. What is the big idea of the text? And then in those individual little sections, you'll have individual main ideas. When you're reading nonfiction text, those are important things that you're looking for. So main ideas of individual sections versus the big idea of the whole article. Your reading strategies are very different. When you know that you're reading nonfiction text, you're going to do a lot of pre-reading. You're going to look at the pictures and the title and the subtitles, look around and try to get an idea about what the article or book is about. For instance, if you are reading a book that was formatted this way, we might look at the title and say, okay, keeping cool. Looks like they're in a desert. Okay, desert data. Why are days so hot? Got a lizard. Chameleons, like many desert reptiles, often stand only on two legs. This reduces their contact with the ground. Based on this pre-reading, I can tell that it's going to be about desert and maybe animals that live in the desert. I'm thinking it's going to probably be describing the desert and the animals that live there. So when I've done this pre-reading, so now when I go read this book, those are the things that I'm going to be paying attention for. There are 5 different kinds of nonfiction text structure, and by the end of the unit, you're going to be able to name them all. First, we're working with description and list. With this type of text structure, the author lists and describes important elements of the topic. You might use a graphic organizer that looks something like this. You'll have a main topic. In the example we just looked at with the text about the desert, you might have desert here, and then your separate details, your main details will be maybe animals that live in the desert, climate in the desert, whatever other main details you have. Then as you dig deeper into the text, you can find individual details about those main details. When you're reading descriptive text, you're going to see words like, for example, for instance, such as, is like, including, and topics and characteristics. I'm leaving a piece of text for you guys to read today, and I'm going to want you to have access to this this video so you can replay if you need to, but underline or highlight any words like this that you see in the text, and I want you to try to identify the main topic and also the main details that the author describes about this topic.